let's look at the Kenyan Premier League standing, because you're talking about the Kenyan Premier League standings. A lot of people are questioning why AFC Leopards is where it is at this particular time. Before going where Leopards are, they're not on the first page because they're not amongst the best 6 teams in the Kenyan Premier League. They are on the other end. But Bandari, they're on the summit of that log. For Bandari, they have been able to get 28 points. So Gor Mahia, they had a chance to go on top of that log by they settled to a 1-1 draw in the midweek campaign. So they are on the 2nd position. Mathare United, they always start with some momentum, but some things always happen. The last 5 outings for Mathare United has not been that they expected it to be, because for now they are on the 3rd position. Tusker FC, the Brewers, they're not that drunk. They're saying they want to have a sober season, but will they have a sober season? You never know, but they will try as much as possible to see if they will better that standing. For now, they are on the 4th position. They have been able to get 25 points out of the 13 matches that they have played so far. So for Parker, they recruited quite a number of players, remember, for them the previous season, but for now they are on the 5th position. Kariobangi Sharks are on the 6th position. For Sharks, they try as much as possible to see if they will be able to finish amongst the best teams in the Kenyan Premier League campaign this time out. On the position 7 is Western Stima, and for Western Stima, they know what they want to do this time out. Remember, we know what has been happening for this side. A lot of struggle sometimes, but this campaign, how will it be for them? You never know. KCB, they're on the 12th position. For KCB, we know they're coming up. They have the money, they have the players, and they're trying as much as possible to see if they will have everything right for them to have a better campaign this time out. We go to the other teams. Posta Rangers is on the 13th position on this log. For Posta Rangers on the 13th position, also for them, they are struggling because the season is not that beautiful for them. On position number 14 is Chemelil Sugar. On position number 14, kindly let's move on with this. Chemelil Sugar is on position 14. For Chemelil Sugar, they have a total of 13 points. In total, Chemelil Sugar have 13 points. They are on the other tail end side of this log. On position 16 is Vihiga United, but we're talking about AFC Leopards, where our main focus will be today. AFC Leopards, they are on the 17th position, and for them, they have been able to play 13 matches, and out of the 13 matches, they have been able to get only 10 points. For AFC Leopards, they have conceded a total of 19 goals and scored only 10 goals moving forward. So the struggle is real for this AFC Leopard side. I have Peter Lichungu in studio and Matthew Opora. I'll start with Peter Lichungu. You've played for this club, and you did wonders for the club as a defender. Are you surprised to see AFC Leopards at position 17 in the current Kenyan Premier League standing?
It is devastating. Foremost, I want to take this opportunity to condole with Mzee Kadenge. He lost the daughter, and at the same time is admitted in hospital, at Nairobi Hospital. And we also have one of our legends, Tony Lidonde. He was on assignment in Tanzania, and he's been unwell, and we want to wish him a quick recovery. About Leopards, it is really devastating, but the problem can be retrieved. It's only that the manner in which they started off in trying to correct the situation was not right. It is not the office that we want, it is the team. So Kenyan solution requires, a Kenyan problem requires a Kenyan solution. These players, I thought we would have gotten, we've done it before. The time we had a problem, and Matano came in and retrieved that from that low bottom some time back. I think it was 2014. So I'm very certain the problem can be retrieved. Players may need to raise up their standards.
Are you talking about the coach, because you're saying it's a Kenyan problem and it needs a Kenyan solution? What exactly
what I mean is that what we require now to ensure those players, we get back to winning ways. We need a coach who understands the Kenyan players. We know these players have a very, very big challenge, because you look at the Premier League, every team in the Premier League has a former AFC player. So nobody will come there feeling like everybody's just coming in for a beating. So Leopards must really stand that situation. So that's what I'm saying. We need a former coach, like I gave an example for Matano. He came in and he changed within 3 matches. You saw what Manchester United, what they did. They brought him a former player and a solution was found. But right now, the way we are looking at it, it's not the officials we want or this rescue team. We want a rescue technical bench that can turn around the club into winning ways. And you look at the standings now, the highest is 28 points and the Leopards are 10. Assuming we won 2-3 matches, we'll be back to where we're supposed to be. So the problem is retrievable.
The problem is retrievable. Yeah. Matthew Paul, I don't know if you agree with Lichungu's sentiments when he says that it is a problem that needs a Kenyan solution. I know you're one of the people who tried to vie to be a chairperson or to lead this team. You never got that opportunity, but now you're sitting outside looking inside. What's your general assessment in the current situation?
What I know, a Leopard does not change its sports. It doesn't matter the position it is. Yes, for now, for sure, it's going through a challenge. Being number 17 is not good for us. But the question is this: why are we at number 17? Because a Leopard is supposed to not just participate in the league, but to be on number 1 and number 1 only, or 2, but not 17. Maybe we should find out why is the team at that level. No, in football, we have 3 pillars. We have the management, we have the fans, and we have the playing unit. I am sure about the playing unit, they can retrieve this team. If they are motivated, I believe this squad can change. We don't need to rescue anybody. It's just to talk to the playing unit so that they can know they are putting on a Leopard shirt as a meaning. So I believe we can move. The league is still very far. I believe if the players are motivated, I believe we are going to be on top.
You talked about the 3 departments that we have in a team, and you're saying that the playing unit is a unit that can change the tides and maybe have positive results.
Yes.
Are you saying that the other 2 are not doing what they're supposed to be doing now?
They should be doing, because one thing, membership elect a management. And the management now oversees the team on behalf of the members. So now, if the management has appointed is the problem, has appointed, has employed the players and the coach. You can see now, for the last 3 years, how many coaches have you sacked? Several coaches. Yeah. What's the problem? Is it the coach? Maybe the person who sacked him may be the problem. Because I believe the problem may be on management. If management, remember, a fish rots from the head, not from the tail. Samaku was kuanzia kichwa. So maybe we should sort out where there's a problem, because I don't believe FC can be in that position. And the squad of last year was supposed to win a league, even this year. So I believe there's a time.
You seem to be agreeing with that.
I had an opportunity, along with my fellow ex-players, to talk to the players before the Gor Mahia match. And the issue of money was never there. The issue was they were changing. Okay, for the last 3 years, they've changed up to almost 10 coaches.
13?
13.
We'll be seeing the number of coaches able to change.
So the players were like, they do not know where to follow. Yeah. So they had that problem of every time there's a new system coming in. For 3 years, Leopards has never had first 11. And I was surprised again when the players, one of the players rose up and said, "See, I'm a defender and I'm the top scorer." And these fellows have recruited, the money in which they've been doing recruitment of players is worrying. Yeah? They've been just picking every Tom, Dick and Harry to come and play for Leopards. Yeah? I think that needs to be corrected. We can correct it in March, because I think that the window is opening in March. we can correct it in March and get the right players to play for the team. One thing another major problem is during our times, we had focused officials. We had Dr. Masiga, Walter Masiga, then Kea, Osambu. They were visioned officials. They knew what they wanted. And we used to have the seats circulate from the Western, you remember the former Western province. And our recruitment, we used to do it from, it was either Kakamega School, Musingu, or any other team in Western. Now, we've gone even out of the country. We don't know even the people we bring.
Is that a bad thing, going and getting players from all over? If they're good players, is that a bad thing?
If they were good players, we would not be where we are. So that's what I'm saying. Why did you have to start going out? And we have even local materials here. So that has to be looked into. What is the problem? Yeah?
It's a bad thing if you go for wrong materials, if you go for poor quality. But when you go players of high quality, even if you pay much, even they have 2 or 3 and they are delivering, there's no problem.
I know, because we are having this conversation about even the coaches. I know we were to talk about the coaches after some little while, but I'll request us to see just from 2016 and around there, how many coaches has AFC Leopard has been able to have. So we'll be seeing that. I think now we have it here. And I don't know who we will blame because of this. This is just a little sample. Right now, we know that Andre Kasa is a coach. He is trying to see if he will be able to bring a positive change to that squad. We know that Nicola came, stayed for some few months, and then he was kicked out. At the same time, remember Rodolfo Zapata, he also came in, some little time he stayed in the Leopards den, again kicked out. Robert Matano, he also came in, stayed there for some little time, and then he is out. Remember Dorian Murray, 2017, the guy from Romania. Stuart Hall also was there, 2016-2017. Even Minat also was there. He even sued the club after some time, issues to do with the money. Jan Koops, and remember the time of Jan Koops, you and Dan Mule had total differences. You even had some parallel recruits for players for the AFC Leopards. Is that one thing that you might be regretting right now, or do you even wish that you would have been the person leading this Leopards team?
No, that time was different, but the team was performing. You remember, we were the last to beat Gor Mahia in the derby. The team was going unbeaten. Although we had our own differences, but when we came to running the team, we worked as a team. And I believe 2016 to us was the best time, because it's the last time we won our derby. But for sure, the way things are now, it's good. Tomorrow we are having a members' convention. This time members have started to come together and discuss issues of the club. I think through membership discussion, I'm sure the team is going to come back to it.
Lichungu AFC Leopard is a team that knows how sweet it tastes to win the Kenyan Premier League title, because they've done that 13 times. Yes. But when you think about the last time that they're able to do that, 1998, what are they waiting up to this time?
Leopards, I think, number one, the current office, unlike the previous ones, after the Sports Act was changed, they were given 3 years. Initially, we used to do elections every after a year. And the current office, I don't know whether they had a strategic plan or not. I don't think they had. Even in the first 100 days, what would they deliver? They've done nothing. Yeah? They've done nothing completely. And another thing is that something that is not really affecting the team is the manner in which we do our elections. Yeah? The guys who go and elect officials are not the same people who come and watch football at the stadiums. So this blame game, the fans are making a lot of noise. They don't come to vote. You know what has been happening? You find if you have money, you will go and get guys from
all over to be
all over there
delegates.
to become delegates. And let me surprise you. Former players, there's nowhere in the constitution where we are allowed to come in after you leave playing football. There's no way you are allowed in to come and help the club, even on just to nominate to the team. There's nowhere.
Is that trying to say that the legends, because you have many, JJ Masiga,
yes,
we have the likes of Abbas, we have
the legends are not happy. One, you will find somebody will come and pay 3-4 months or life membership. Look at my contribution. I won the league for Leopards, I think, close to 6 times. Sekafa, 3 years in a row, 82, 83, 84. Then 85 were runners-up in Sudan. 86 we took so many cups. But these people, they never recognize former players. Every time they keep on. When the team is performing poorly, you hear people say, former players, where did you go to? Our team is falling. But nobody gives us an opportunity even to go to be in the management. Personally, I was in the team that took Leopards from Division 1. You remember when Sofapaka came in from the other group, and we came in from the other side. I, Celebwa, and the rest of the fellows. He brought in the team to the Premier League. Now, if you hear what some of the fans are saying, wacha itoke ndio turudishe team. It is not that easy. That lower league is very, very tough. And I want to tell fans, it is not as easy as they think. We need to put our act together and move on as a team.
How important is the derby match for AFC Leopards? Because right now, the derbies that are being played, it seems Gor Mahia will be getting the bragging rights. There is a time that derby was an important and integral part for Gor Mahia, the same time for AFC Leopards.
It's true. Derby is sweet. Any derby is worldwide. That's where the sweet of the football is. But when you find you are losing a derby 2-3 times, left and center, it's not good. It's no longer derby. It's unfortunate. Since we beat Gor Mahia in 2016, up to date for 3 years, they have been beating us left and center, Tanzania, everywhere. So in that, the problem is this. Why are we not performing well? The playing unit, the players who are recruited, are they properly motivated? Are the officials, do they have a strategic plan? When the league starts, do they have targets for the playing unit? Or they just move on? Because a Leopard should not participate in the league, just like participating. We are supposed to participate as champions. So when we come, we should have targets for the playing unit, for ourselves, and because you have had, the problem is not mainly money, because we are being sponsored by 52 million is not small money. So, and the other day you saw the minister bailing FC allowance 1.7 million, which means this team has a lot of support. So the problem may not be money, is the strategies. How we can move out from where we are. Do we have a strategic plan? Do we have any goals? And who are our scouts? Who get these players? Are they officials? Or who's doing that? Because when you are there briefly with the Lichungu, we left the work of scouting for players to Lichungu as a former player, and Mzee Wanyama, and Coops, not officials. So they could go and look at these young boys. You remember in Walcott, they came and they are doing wonders. So I think we need that only, that we should go back to ourselves to identify if the problem with the management, if they fail. Me personally, if the team was doing, I got from number 1 and it's being number 17, I'll just resign. Why? I don't earn salary from that club. It's just a passion. I will not get pension. Why is sticking on when the team is not doing well?
In fact, let me surprise you. When we were talking to the players just before Gor Mahia match, they did some revelation that I could not believe. That even before we started this league, They never had even a meeting with officials to strategize ahead. You know, you are told this, the first 3 games, we expect this. And the motivation is here.
So the players have not
they never had, they have never.
Before the beginning of the league.
Yes. For example, when they went to Bandari, the Bandari match, you know, being defeated very far away like that, you know, you need, as you look at the situation where Baba na mtoto, if the kid ameperform vibaya in class, if the father will not be there just to control mtoto, next time you'll do it well. This fellow never travel even with the team. They even don't know where these fellows sleep. They don't know.
They are not motivated.
They're just simple things that we are saying. People have gone into business. Yeah? They are doing business with the club. That should stop.
We'll take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we will continue with this conversation because there is a lot to talk about the team, AFC Leopards, and what has been happening in their den. I know I will not be surprised, or other Leopards fans will not be surprised, because the current crop of players, they are trying as much as possible to do what they can do for the club, but the results are not coming. The legend here, Lichungu, is saying that it's not a happy legend because of been involved in what the team does. At the same time here, Opora says if he was at the leadership at this particular time, he ought to have already resigned. But will that happen at any time? We are talking about the problems, but they will be telling us some of the solutions that they think will be the big difference for this AFC Leopards, because it is a team that needs to be salvaged. And